your seats as the show is about to begin.
The story I have to tell is a strange one. I have doubted it with the proof of my own eyes. The only thing that has kept me from relegating it to the realm of nightmares is that others suffered it with me. Over sleepless nights I have patched this tale together, walking the twisting passages of our accounts, some concurring and some dissenting, binding up the slippery truth as best I can. But some things go beyond common truth, beyond rationality. So what I ask of you all is that you listen and believe. It was Jonathan that saw him first.
May 4th. My journey through the Carpathians has been fairly uneventful thus far. Had a local dish, paprika hendel, for supper last night. I must get the recipe for me, as it was excellent, though very thirsty. I did not sleep well, despite the comfort of the bed last night, but there was a dog howling all night long beneath my window. Or it could have been to do with the paprika. Now I await conveyance to bear me the rest of the way to Castle Dracula. Though if it is anything like the other transportation I've had in this part of the world, it shall be very late. There seems to be a sort of local superstition around traveling today. But when I told the landlady of mine tip, she seemed fixed with terror. And she pressed this on me. I thought it rude to refuse a gift given with such insistence, although as a Church of England man myself, I'm not altogether comfortable with idolatry. Finally. The driver helped me from the coach and disappeared without a word. I am alone. What kind of place am I coming to? Fears impressed upon me by that woman ring in my ears. Every instinct says turn and flee. And yet, logically, nothing is wrong. My nerves are simply frayed from the journey. The coachman drove like a devil, and I heard the howl of wolves. Far too close for comfort. I must not be so easily frightened. For if I were to leave work incomplete for such a flimsy reason, I would be laughed out of the office. Perhaps this is a customary incident in the life of a solicitor's clerk. No. No. Now I am a solicitor. Mina would not like you to forget that. It is nothing. There is no danger here. I've been infected by the superstitious chatter of the local folk for that crucifix. Now seems a comfort. I must ask the Count about these curious folk beliefs. He is sure to know.
I bid you welcome, Mr. Harker, to my house. Come freely, go safely, leave something of the happiness you bring.
Counts. Dracula.
I'm Dracula. Come in. The night air is chill and you must need to eat and rest. Give me your keys.
Oh, no, your lordship. Surely we have servants at such a task.
It is late, and I would not trouble them for such a small matter. I would be a poor host to allow you to carry it any further. I will show you to your comfort myself. Come, I will show you to your chambers and then supper is prepared. Now, I pray you be seated and sup how you please. You will, I trust, excuse me that I do not join you, but I have dined already and I do not sup. Is the food to your satisfaction then?
Yeah. Wonderful food.
It's so pleasant to have a guest for supper. My existence here is solitary, so I savor company when I have it. So, Mr. Harker, I must admit another motive for summoning you from England. It is not merely your legal acumen that I require. Mr. Hawkins recommended you as the most discreet and obedient young man. I trust his judgment is not mistaken.
I will do my best to provide whatever you desire, sir.
You come to me not alone, but as an agent, my dear friend Peter Hawkins, to tell me all about my new estate in England. Now I have heard of England, and now I am anticipating what it is to be there. Amongst her people, to share her life, her change, and her death. But as yet, I only know your tongue through books. You, my friends, I look that I know it to speak.
But Count, you seem so English thorough.
True, I know the grammar and the words, but I know not yet how to speak them. If I did move and speak in your England, none there are who would not know me as a stranger. Here, I am a master, but a stranger in a strange land, Mr. Harker. He's no one. You shall, I trust, rest here with me a while so that by our talking I may learn the English intonation. And I would that you tell me when I make error, even of the smallest in my speaking. I hope to be the perfect Englishman.
Indeed. You speak excellently, though I will assist you in any way that I can.
Excellent. Now, as you stay, you may go anywhere you wish in the castle, except for where the doors are locked, where, of course, you will not wish to go. We are in Transylvania, and Transylvania is not England. There shall be many strange things to you. Nay, perhaps you have already experienced the strangeness of this country?
Well, the peasants did seem to hold strong superstitions around this place.
Mr. Harker, do not tell me your head has been turned by old wives' tales. A rational man such as you must have more sense.
No, of course not. Still, I did see something rather odd on the journey. Some flickering blue lights in the mist. No doubt it is some natural phenomenon.
Another piece of folktale. That on St. George's Day, the earth reveals its hidden treasures from such lights. This ground has been consecrated in blood, Mr. Harker. The blood of the Turk, the Saxon, the Wallachian. Fought over for centuries. Plunder was taken, but more was hidden, sheltered in that friendly soil.
But how does it remain so long undiscovered? Especially if it has so obvious a mark.
Because a peasant is, at heart, a coward and a fool. And not one in this land will stir out of door upon St. George's Day, even with such a prize to be claimed. They say evil spirits will mislead travelers to their doom, and yet you arrived here safely, Mr. Harker, did you not?
Of course. How ridiculous.
Well, then enough of such foolish prattle. Why don't you tell me of the property that you have helped me to procure?
Yes, sir. Certainly, sir. I can describe the property for you. The estate is called Carfax. It's some 20 acres, quite surrounded by a stone wall, ancient structure. The building dates back, I should think, to the medieval times, as it has thick stone walls and few narrow windows. It has few neighbours, only one large house recently reformed into a lunatic asylum. Though, be assured, the house is not visible from the grounds.
I'm glad that it is old and big. I'm of an old family and live in a new house with children. I'm accustomed to the shade and the shadow, and be alone with my thoughts.
I'm glad it pleases you. Though, if you wish for society, the nearest town is Whitby. A very charming seaside town. I myself am quite familiar with the place. My fiancée is holidaying at present.
I have heard that English women are very beautiful.
Well, it's no boast to say that my Lena is.
You are yet unmarried. Perhaps you have sampled some local delicacies on your journey.
Well, I have found paprika Hegel to be most excellent.
I do not mean the food, Mr. Harker. Listen. The children of the night. What music they make. You, in city dwellers, you cannot enter into the mind of the hunter. You must be wary. How inconsiderate of me to steal you from sleep. Your bedroom is ready and you may sleep as long as you will, for I have business to attend to and I will be absent until the evening.
Thank you, sir, for your kind hospitality. Good night.
I would caution you, my friend, against sleeping elsewhere in the castle, for those who do so complain of bad dreams. Now sleep, and dream well.
Jonathan and I have been writing to each other in shorthand whilst he is away, so I get plenty of practice. Gosh, it must be exciting to travel. If only I could have gone with him. I suppose someday the new women should start a petition that men and women should be able to travel together unmarried. Miss Murray! How bold! They're not even young stupid to become rock stars. Oh, you really should step down. I only mean that Jonathan and I have been married. I've been married in a short time anyway. I don't suggest that unattached men and women should. Anyway, enough of my tiresome travels. Lucy, I will see a certain handsome gentleman who keeps your company. Oh, you're seeing us a homewood. Yes, he visits often, and you should hear the stories he tells. Oh, he has been all over Europe, America, and some of Asia too. Oh, he's experienced such perils. Perhaps Jonathan will return in tales like that. I doubt Jonathan is in much peril. Besides, I can't imagine him playing the bold adventurer. Well, you shall meet Mr. Homewood at the dinner party on Friday as the mother has invited you. Your mother does rather have an eye for eligible gentlemen to invite. She has been pressed up with visits until I'm absolutely sick of society. There's another who visits often. He's rather interesting. A doctor. Very clever, only 9 and 20, and already in charge of his own lunatic asylum. So, which do you prefer? Mr. Homewood or the doctor? That is beside the point, for I reckon neither of them will have a particular liking for me. I'm worried that I have daft over you. Why else would they visit so often? But Mr. Homewood stands to inherit a lordship. Our money is far too new for him. Dr. Seward is of a more equal station, but he said I was a curious psychological study. For he fancies he can diagnose one's personality with a cell shape. Apparently, I'm tough enough to crack. I think it's an excuse to spend time looking at your beautiful face. But if you're a bore then, they're educated men. What can I possibly say to interest them?
It seems we have to have some company after all. That gentleman is sweating his way towards us quite determinedly.
Well, that is just the man you were talking of. Your doctor.
Really evil mind.
Good day, Miss Listener and Miss...
Murray. Mina. Murray. Dr. Seward. What a surprise. However did you find us all the way up here?
Your mother said it was your habit to walk with you. Though I admit it surprised me somewhat as a charming girl like you would spend her time among the dead.
I'm not afraid of ghosts. I find it very peaceful here. Lucy tells me you've been struggling in your psychological assessment, Doctor. Tell me, have you made any progress?
Miss Westerner, well, she has a certain curvature of the skull which indicates a sweet and amiable nature. Her features suggest a certain sensitivity.
Fascinating. Tell me, do gentlemen usually value a shapely skull? Perhaps skull should be the new fashion.
Miss Bart, while I could discourse on the relationship between the phenomenological and neurological traits all day, I have come here to ask some complex questions.
Oh, I quite understand. Dr. Seward, are you quite all right?
In truth, no. My appetite is weakened, sleep evades me, and I exhibit compulsive thoughts on a singular subject. All symptoms of the malady commonly known as love. Forgive me, I was attempting to be humorous. I am not accustomed to speaking on such matters, so I shall henceforth be straightforward. You have every quality I require in a wife. Beauty, modesty, and a cheerful, obliging disposition. Furthermore, it affected me singularly. I pride myself on my rationality, on my devotion to my calling, but you have awoken my heart. Will you make me happy? For if you refuse, I will be most unhappy.
I cannot say.
Could you love me? In time? Then there is some other man, yeah. I see. I apologize. I'll burden you no longer. But may I ask for one kiss? Before I depart your life, perhaps forever. One kiss to think upon as I return to my solitary duty.
Oh, do not look so despairing. I cannot bear it.
Farewell, Miss Dracula.
Oh, Lucy! What happened? I thought being proposed to was supposed to be joyful. I feel dreadful. As if I was killing him by my refusal. Well, then why did you refuse him? It was just instinct. When he got down on one knee, my chest seized in fear. Well, it is best to refuse him. One should not fear one's husband. But Mamma will be furious! Oh, suppose I've lost
conversation tended towards skull measurements, it would have been a very dry marriage. You should be able to talk with your husband, to enjoy his company and share his confidences.
I don't think I've met anyone like that. Except perhaps you, Rena. You have all my secrets.
Shall we carry on walking? There's still time before supper.
I feel a chill. Let's turn back.
Strange thing, which I dare not confess even to my own soul. Besides the Count, I have seen no trace of another human. Meals are prepared, dishes cleared my bed, made, but where are the servants? No matter how long I spend walking the corridors, all I see are empty rooms, filled with dust. Despite the Count's warning, like Bluebeard's bride, I found myself trying every door. Peculiarly, all those that led outside were locked and barred. Perhaps this is mere caution. What need does a place so remote have to guard against common thieves? And though I have dined with the Count each night, he never touches food or drink. He watches as I eat, as if feeding vicariously through me. And then plagues me with questions and keeps me till grey dawnlight shining through the narrow windows. Something in his manner, his piercing eyes, his cruel red lip, his firm hand on my shoulder. I cannot muster the strength to interrupt him. I am after all just about to obey. Are these details as sinister as my own brain would make them? Or is it merely exhaustion from travel and my new paternal existence? No. Count has been perfectly courteous. His customs are little odd, yet I no doubt seems foreign to him.
Good evening, Mr. Harper.
Good. Sorry. How close are you heading?
Take care how you cut yourself, friend. There's more dangers than you think in this country.
One should be wary, very wary indeed of vanity, Mr. Harper.
How the devil will I shave now? I did not see him approach. I saw myself alone in the mirror. What manner of a man has no reflection? Only there was someone to talk to, but there is none for the count, and I fear I cannot name the fear. As if to name it were to make it real. Think. All doors locked and barred. I'm a rat in a trap. I rely on course. Observe him, lead him, speak of himself if I can without arousing his will. Perhaps he will reveal something of his nature. Bless that woman for pressing this crucifix on me. Bless, yes. God preserve me for the sake of those who love me. For Mina.
May 25th. Ebb tide and apple tide today. After my rebuff of yesterday, I feel a kind of emptiness. Nothing in the world seems of any significance to be doing. I know the only cure for this type of malaise is work. And so I have gone down among the patients, and I have found one that affords me an interesting study. A young woman, previously in the service, committed to our care by a former employer. She experiences long periods of melancholy, delusions, and some odd compulsions. The oddest thing is, she experiences episodes of lucidity, where she seems almost sane, before returning like clockwork to some fixed idea that I cannot make out. If there is a way to cure her to sanity, I must find it. Though I admit, it would be rather fascinating to see her symptoms run their full course. It may be of scientific value. Enter. Thank you, Miss. Miss Renfield. Take a seat. Miss Renfield, I would like to ask you some questions. It is in your best interest that you answer these questions as clearly as you are able. Do you understand?
Doesn't matter what I say, you just put me back.
I understand your reticence, but this is a modern institution. We seek to cure patients, turn them into productive members of society, not merely contain them. Can you inform me of the incident that led to your dismissal from service?
No matter what I say, you'll just blame me. You gentlemen are all alike. You'll just take his part.
I know what your employer had to say on the matter. You are unwilling to make your own case. If you will not talk on your part, we shall focus on the present. You have disturbed the other patients by catching flies. Your cell is crawling with them. For what purpose do you catch them?
If I am mad, who's to say there's any reason?
This was methodical work. It hinted to some cause, even if it was a disordered one.
To write broad talk to movies all the time. I don't know how you stand it.
It's not just keeping the flies, I saw eating them too, the filthy thing.
Thank you, nurse. Well, now, this is interesting. Hysterics are 10 a penny, but a zoophagist, that is a true novelty. Tell me, why do you take such pains over the catching of flies and keeping of them if they're to eat them?
Doctor, do you have a wife?
This is irrelevant.
I would pity a woman with such a husband. So clean, so clinical, no tender lover, simply in and out like an
Patience
injection.
exhibits vulgarity.
No bride, there's no ring. But there is a lady. I see it in your eyes. You're a lady, love. Is she like you? A nice water stare, a free.
I cannot help you if you persist in this obstinate manner.
Help me? You mean to stick me with needles and chain me for coming to bits?
Such inhumane treatments are not the fashion. However, if you become overexcited, sedation may be necessary.
Oh, are you afraid of me, Doctor? Oh, I wouldn't hurt you. I wouldn't harm a fly.
I am disappointed, Miss Renfield, that this dialogue has not been more fruitful. I hope in the future you shall see the wisdom of cooperation. Clean the room of the flies and ensure she eats only bread and water.
Yes, sir.
Additionally, I think a higher dosage is in order. I will keep a close watch on her. What is her purpose with the flies? Perhaps removing them will break the compulsion, or intensify it. I admit, there is a cruelty in me that would drive her towards the point of madness, which ordinarily I would avoid with my patients as I would the mouth of hell. I will keep a careful record.
I apologize for my long absences during the day. It must be tedious to be so long alone.
Not at all. I have passed quite a fascinating day here. You have so many books in English.
Indeed, I learn of your country and her law through those books. But now you must tell me of England. What of her people, her society? How does the proper English gentleman behave?
Well, I suppose a gentleman is always courteous to ladies. Bold in the face of danger, calm in a crisis, fond of intellectual pursuits, but not so fond of TV flex, healthy exercise. And one must always be the model of proper decorum, at least. That is the ideal.
The English have the most excellent system for keeping the population in line.
Perhaps so you can return the favour? I am curious about the history of your great country and your noble family.
I could recount 1,000 years of strife. I have, for I speak of myself here as the country, seen barbarian races invade, yet I have ever repelled, beat them back, defeated them on their own land. But I was greater than the shadow of the east now. Now the land, the people, are full of rot. Your England, with its shining empire, now that is what I would emulate. The discipline that keeps the lower orders humble. The obedience and conventionality of the people, now that is a wonderful return to order, Mr. Harker.
In theory, it seems so. But beneath the order is a continual fight for primacy, for money, for power.
As it should be. Strong triumph, naturally, and feast upon the weak. The wolf devours the deer. It is the honor of the hunter. Tell me, Jonathan, which are you?
Every man would wish himself the wolf.
Surely. Then you must be a very tame wolf, yes? A dog, perhaps. Not yet a wolf.
The dog will best a wolf in defense of its master.
Charming observation, my friend. But think on what I have said. The wolf, he is his own master.
You must not let him rile me. And yet, he has a way of insinuating himself, getting under my skin, all the while with I would show courtesy. His gaze turns me transparent. I will return perhaps with some answer here. Nina. Nina, it's really me.
When I am done with him, I promise you may kiss him at your will.
We have nothing tonight.
I am not so neglectful. Your prey awaits.
If I did not dream it, it was the Count that laid me here, undressed me and left my clothes at the foot of the bed. In his haste, he did not take my journal. I don't know whether he may read shorthand, but I'm sure had he known its contents, he would have destroyed it. For every other piece of paper, my identification, my money, and my travel plans all are gone. Anything that would aid me in my escape, gone. At least I have the solace of writing, and yet I hesitate to write as I cannot tell what was fact and what was dream. Those terrible women, with their sweet, rank breath and those red lips. I felt in my heart a wicked, burning desire that they would kiss me with those lips. It's not good to note this down, lest someday it should meet Nina's eyes and cause her pain. But it is the truth, and yet these scenes have feverish invasions of moonlight and the overstressed brain. There is but one thing to hope for now, that I do not go mad, that is, if I be not mad already. The Count is my only safety, and I am sure that I will only last so long as I serve his purpose.
Good evening, Mr. Harper. Take you to your letters. To ease the minds of your friends back in England, I think it is best that you write to them. Tell them that your work is nearly complete here and that you will be leaving for England tomorrow.
Am I to leave so soon?
Yes. I have need of you, yes. But the posts are so few and the weather so unpredictable that it is best to send such correspondence ahead.
What date should I put on the letter?
June 29th should be the date. It is good, my friends, that you see the wisdom of this. That you remember to keep to your own chambers.
And now in the span of my life,
Lucy, what are you doing out here? You quite startled me taking off like that.
I wasn't feeling very well.
Really? These gatherings are always so beastly. It's stifling in there. And too loud. And everyone keeps watching me, as if they know something. I just want to stab them in those horrible little dessert looks. Out here, it's cool and dark, and no one will try to introduce me to their nephews. Oh. Out here, I can breathe a little. Don't be so silly. The only reason people are watching you is because you look so beautiful. I wish they would all disappear. Well, not all of them, surely. For I believe a certain gentleman is looking for you quite desperately. I think he has a pressing question to ask. Please don't tell him where I am. Don't you like him? Well, you turned down the doctor, I mean, yes. I don't know what to say to him. He has this way of fixing on you very intensely as he speaks. I get this fluttering within me. I feel almost sick. Then you do love him. It is quite normal to get the jitters. When Jonathan and I began courting, it was all stammers and blushes at first. But I do not have the luxury of a long courtship. I must say yes or no, and then once I do, there is no returning. Didn't you have any apprehension at all? Over marriage? Why should I? I love Jonathan. I wish I could be more like you. Always running towards the future. We feel we will never be free again like we are now. We two learned together, played together, ate together, been inseparable. And when we are married, oh, I shall always be your friend. But it will be different.
Miss Westerner, you have given me quite the chase. Miss Murray, might I speak to Miss Westerner privately?
Certainly.
You look cold. Here, take my jacket.
Oh no, I was far too warm.
Nonsense. We cannot have you catching your breath. I must confess, I have been trying to get you alone this whole evening. You like to keep a man waiting, don't you?
Oh, I apologize if I caused you trouble.
Of course. I'd expect nothing less. But, say Lucy, what do you think of me?
You fascinate me, Mr. Herbert.
So formal. Please, call me Arthur. Though I suppose it is your modesty which I so admire. That holds your tongue. You're not used to speaking with a man unchaperoned, is that it? Then let me put you to ease by speaking in total earnest, which is difficult for a man such as me. All the places I've been and all the people I've met, nothing could compare to your simple sweetness. And I wish for your hand in marriage. There! Now I have laid my cards upon the table.
I am very flattered, Mr. Herbert. But what would a sophisticated man like me want from a sheltered girl who's never even left England?
Perhaps one grows tired of wilderness. Is it wrong to want something unspoiled? My past a little more jacket, not taking welcome. And what does that matter? You do love me, don't you? If not, I've made some terrible fool of myself. I was certain you'd accept. I even brought this. It's a family heirloom. Always passed the eldest son to give to his bride to be. For God's sake! Lucy, say something. You cannot keep me in suspense all night. Will you marry?
Yes, I will.
I must leave. I must. Why do I delay? He toys with me. Those damned eyes watch my every move, and he knows that I know that I am trapped. But I watch him too. He has taken a suit of my clothes, to what wicked end I can only speculate. It shows that no townspeople will come to my rescue, for they have seen me go abroad unharmed, and when he goes, doesn't leave by any door but by scaling the walls like a spider. I could do the same. In the event of failure, the steepness of the drop would provide a swift end. Better to die in the valiant attempt, die a man, than wait in agony. And yet my cowardice prevails. Or not cowardice, but a kind of fascination keeps me here despite myself. When he returns, his eyes are bright and blazing with life as he compels me to sit with him. Talk of England. And like Scheherazade, I sit till dawn, telling tales to preserve myself. I never fancied myself much of a storyteller, but he drinks in every word and draws closer till I can smell the iron scent of blood upon him, upon those red lips. And though I know him to be a fiend, the knowledge seems dim and distant under his gaze. I cannot think it's I. I have stalled with indecisive fear for too long. For tomorrow is the date of the letter that he had me write. Beyond that, my face in the realm of the unknown.
Even Mr. Harper?
Tomorrow we must part. It pains me that I must be absent tomorrow, for I would bid you farewell.
Why, man, until tonight?
Because my horses and coachman are away on a mission.
Are we glad to walk?
What of your baggage, mister?
I may think for it another time, I think. I would leave it once.
Come with me. Not an hour shall you wait in my house against your will, though sad. You so certainly desire to go. Come. Farewell, my dear friend. Why do you falter, Mr. Harper? The door stands unbarred. Or perhaps it is too stiff. Let me open it for you.
No, I shall go in the morning.
Of course. The nights here may be rough and treacherous for a traveler. I wish you good fortune on your journey, Mr. Harker.
Tomorrow. Tonight, all I can do is wait. Tomorrow, at daybreak, I will flee. I will scale the wall. I will leave this accursed place.
Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan, let me in.
No, go away.
There's a
me too, my darling. Just to let me in. Don't you recognize my voice?
No, you are not her. You are nothing like her.
How can you be so cold? Excuse me up. Please, let me in.
Back to your own places! Your time has not yet come tonight. He is mine. Tomorrow he is yours. Jonathan, my friend, you must be more careful.
Please, leave me alone.
Is that what you wish? Oh, I can lead you to their tender kisses. You would like that, yes?
No.
Then I shall stay. Put down that foolish bauble. There's no need to look so pale and grim. You worry that to yield is weakness. Is it a weakness to know one's own desires? And one's knowing sees them? Your head is full of what others may think. Your God is not here to pass his judgment. You would not deny him, Master, would you?
Gosh, what a tempest! Oh, wherever Jonathan is, he's not at sea in this weather. I can't go after him. I had him a week ago, saying he was bound for home, but even that did not sound like him. Only one line, and not in shorthand either. He should have been back by now.
You don't think he's got tangled up with some foreign girl, do you?
No, of course not. And even if he did, he wouldn't be able to keep it from me. I know most likely it's just the negligence of the post. No one just listens to dispel the fear.
Good evening, Miss Renfield. Time for your medication.
I won't take it. It's
For your own good.
It's poison. You want me weak and sick so you can poke and prod me at your pleasure.
Well, we're having one of those days, are we? It will make you feel better in the long run. Don't you want to get better? You're a skivvy, won't you? You could go back to work, get married, have a family even.
And swap one set of chains for another. If you knew how gentlemen were behind closed doors.
What is that in your hand? And where did you get those?
They're my pets. They're almost tame.
God, you're not going to try and get hold of birds, are you?
Maybe I'd like to be a bird. Slip through the bars and fly.
And I'll be the one to scrape your mangled body off the cobblestones. I know what happens when loonies start thinking they can fly. Now come on, enough of this. Take your
It makes
medication.
my head foggy.
Fine. If you don't take them from me, I'll go fetch Dr. Seward. Oh, he's not so patient.
It's very pretty, isn't it? Pretty, yes, but heavy.
You were in such a funny state that night, I thought she'll turn him down too and then regret it and weep until dawn.
You might remember what Ma would have said if I had turned down a lord.
Is that why?
No, I love him. I do.
It was just jitters, as you said. I was confused.
Planning a wedding is exhausting. My mouth will stop wittering on about it.
Well, surely you want a lovely wedding. The kind of spectacle his lordship can afford. Well, Jonathan and I will start our married life in a much humbler style.
Yes, but it rather drives romance than an hour talking about whether the napkin should be white or ivory.
At least you'll have Arthur by your side.
Of course, he's a great support. Just sometimes I feel as if I still barely know him. Aside from when he proposed, we've never been alone together.
Not entirely possible to go sneaking away unchaperoned all the time.
You and Jonathan!
I didn't always practice what I preach.
Sometimes I feel as if I'm stepping into an enormous, dark threshold. Not all about his stories, but the more I think on it, the less I know of him. He tells a story well, but lots of the things that can't be neatly fitted into a tale.
Maybe you lying about that.
Not lying, exactly. But sometimes I catch him saying something very grand, and while at first I would have been captured by the thrill, I now think he always makes himself out to be the hero. It seems too good to be true. And I'm not quite myself around him either. When he looks on me, I feel I must make myself something worthy to be looked at. Perhaps we are both playing part.
Well, then talk to him.
Oh, I wish I could. I wish I could talk to Arthur in confidence as I do to you. Then maybe I would know my own feelings better. I'd marry you in a heartbeat.
See, you say the strangest thing.
Really, all this fuss over something that would make you so happy.
It's really quite ridiculous you should complain over having a rich,
Handsome, titled fiancé. Well, perhaps Dr. Seward was right. Perhaps I am psychologically abnormal. I can't simply be happy like other girls.
This is not what I meant to imply.
But you do think it, don't you? Because you've been good all your life. So good you'd never even have a bad thought. And you look at me and you think, why can't she do it? What's wrong with her?
Lucy! Where is this coming from? You've never said anything like that before.
Forget it. Let's just sleep. I'll feel better in the morning. Okay. Good night, then.
Miss Trenton, you refuse to take your evening medication.
It's not medication. You want me wasting away. That's why the food changed. That's why you took the flies away.
Paranoia. Interesting. But the flies are back. And Nurse Simmons tells me you've been taming birds.
But I'd like a better pet.
What would you like?
A cat.
And would you care for it?
As if it were my own child.
Then take your medication.
No! No, you won't catch me like that. You never give me a cat anyway. What happened to the girl? The one you were going to marry?
How'd you know about that?
The lunatics don't talk.
My personal life is of no concern to you.
She broke it off. Is that it? Is that why you stare at me so, with those big moody eyes?
If you will not take it willingly, then I shall have to use force. Nurse, fetch some morphine. If you continue this behavior, more extensive treatment may be required. Now, take the medication.
No, please! I what you said! No!
I'm afraid you're being quite overexcited. A sedative is a necessary measure. Wouldn't want you hurting yourself.
Please, no!
Curious. It seems she's been tallying every fly she consumes. There's definitely some method in her madness, though what it is I still cannot decipher. Nurse, help me transport the patient. I believe a spell in isolation should soothe her nerves.
Lucy? Lucy! Oh my God! Lucy? Lucy? Oh, thank God. Lucy. Lucy. Yeah. What? Where are we? Our spot in the churchyard. You were sleepwalking. I haven't sleepwalked in years. Is there someone else here? I don't think so. It must have been a trick of the light, I thought. Never mind here. Take my shawl. You took the bone line with that. We didn't quite dream. I remember wanting to be in this spot. I don't know why, I was afraid of something. I remember walking through the streets. Then, vague sense of something long and dark with very piercing eyes. Something very sweet and bitter all at once. This feeling like I was sinking into a deep green water. Are you hurt? Let me see. Oh, I must have caught you with the shawl pin. Let's hurry home before someone sees us like this.
Thank you for coming so quickly, Jack. I really do appreciate it. Lucy protests that she is fine, though I suspect she just doesn't want to worry anyone. I understand this might be painful for you.
Painful?
Lucy told me. I must say, it was rather sly of you to hide your intent from me. I do hope there are no hard feelings between us. It would be a shame to lose such a friendship over a woman.
I'm merely surprised. I thought you were set for eternal bachelorhood.
In my younger, wilder days I was, but my father is getting anxious over the lack of an heir.
I wish you both happiness. Just promise me that you'll treat her as a husband should.
Jack, don't be absurd. I'll treat her as if she were the queen.
Arthur, darling! And Dr. Seward! Whatever are you doing here?
Arthur requested my presence in a professional capacity.
But don't you treat lunatics, Doctor?
In women, physical and mental disorders are often entwined. Indeed, in my case, it's rare to find one without the other. Not to suggest that you are insane, just that I have sufficient familiarity with most female maladies.
Arthur, I've told you I just need a bit of rest.
Then there's no problem Jack examining you, is there? One of the questions.
Typically, I examine the patient alone. It encourages honesty.
There's nothing she wouldn't say in front of me. No secrets between husband and wife. Isn't that right, Lucy?
Of course.
If you insist. What are the primary symptoms of this complaint?
I've been having trouble sleeping. That's all.
In what sense? Do you struggle to fall asleep or do you wake often in the night?
I fall asleep easily enough, but I struggle to wake, and when I do not feel well rested. But that is not an illness, as far as I am aware.
Perhaps it's nervous excitement. You've no doubt been busy with the preparations for the wedding.
There, Arthur. I am simply too excited to marry you.
It's not just the These last few days, I've noticed you haven't eaten. You look so dreadfully pale.
I just want to be nice and slim for the wedding.
It could be a touch of anemia. That would account for the paleness, lack of appetite, and lethargy. If you could stick out your tongue, please, Miss Westergaard. No discoloration or any of the other usual anemic signs. I would feel more confident making a diagnosis if I could take a blood sample.
Oh, this is ridiculous! I don't even cough without being set upon by a gaggle of doctors. I can assure you, I am quite well. Arthur, I told you there was no need for this, but you wouldn't listen.
My dear. Jack is doing me a favour by being here, and you behave like that. I have thought better of you.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know what got into me. I just get nervous around doctors and such. You can take my blood if you need it.
You will hardly feel it. I promise. For now, the most I can do is prescribe chloral to help with troubled sleep. And recommend that you avoid any strenuous physical or mental activity. Take the dosage on the label before bed, and your sleep shall be immediate and dreamless. Farewell, Mr. Schiller. There's something strange that her symptoms do not fully account for.
I'll say. I've never seen her erupt like that. She is usually so cheerful.
You haven't interfered with her in any way, have you?
Lucy is a respectable girl, not some Haymarket tart.
I merely thought I should rule out venereal disease, given your past exploits.
God, you'd think I was some kind of liberty in the way you talk. Regardless, those days are behind me. I promise it's not the clap she's suffering from.
If you'll allow me, I would like to seek a second opinion. I will contact my old mentor with the utmost haste. He is well versed in obscure diseases and has a broad area of expertise. He may be able to advise.
Thank you for taking such good care over her.
I'm merely doing my duty as a physician, Arthur, and as a friend, nothing more.
I told you shouldn't have eaten them birds.
I needed to. Actually, he wants me to.
I don't think the doctor wants you to do these things. He wants to help you. It's all for your own good, really. You know, I wondered what it was you did. With ones like you, there's always something. Plenty of girls come here who are in service. Got along, doing the job, quiet and clean. Till one day they do something horrible like smother a baby or jump off the roof, put arsenic in a sugar bowl. Dr. Sue thinks you're so unique, but really it's just symptoms that are flashing. All those girls get treated like furniture in here. It's not a surprise some of them go mad. You go that way myself some days. But I couldn't find anything about you at all. Not in any of her old files or any papers. The master must have really hushed up whatever happened. Or else Dr. Seward did, but I can't think why. Your master, was he very important? Look, I know you don't want to take them, but you have to. And I have to make you. It's my job. If you take them, I'll ask Dr. Tude about the cats.
I don't care about cats anymore! And I don't care about you now. For now you don't matter. For now the master is at hand.
Well, excuse me, my lady. Just take your pills.
You are willing to serve.
You'll keep your promise. You'll make me like you.
Is that what you wish? It's a simple thing to do.
I want to fly free.
You shall. But not now. I've got need of you yet.
Be true, and I will be faithful, Master. No, Master! Get off! Get off me! No, Master, please! Don't let them! Please! Get off! Master, please! Master, please! No, don't let them!
Keep an eye on her. She may be up to one of her tricks. Miss Brentford, it pains me to resort to these measures, but you have proven a rather intractable case. Nurse, bring the restraints.
No, please, you're not going to find me.
You have proven too crafty to allow any inch of freedom. But why flee to Carfax? If escape is your aim, why only go as far as the next street? You must have known you would be pursued. And what of this master? That place is abandoned.
I don't answer to you anymore. It is beyond your narrow understanding, Doctor. And soon I shall be too.
What do you mean by that, damn it? What do you mean by that? And what is this master and his connection to the flies and the birds, and why do you tally them? Answer me! Answer me! Answer me! Sedate her! How could you allow this to happen?
I'm sorry, sir, she tricked me.
You fell for the ruse of a lunatic. This behaviour is new. Let her escape. Wait a few nights and leave the key someplace she might find it. Watch her movements closely without her knowing. Then, recapture her before she does any further harm.
But sir, surely that puts her at risk.
I will cure her by any means necessary. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I am the master of this place at least. And I will solve these mysteries. There is some rational cause. I am no madman. I just need to sleep. A little chloral. That modern Morpheus. No, I must not let this become habit. Yes. Just some sleep.
Lucy, I think it's getting worse. Look, I just had a bad dream. You told him about your sleepwalking.
I can hardly tell Dr. Sword I was dashing about town in my nightdress. What did he think of me?
Under ordinary circumstances, I would agree, but it keeps occurring. And every time it happens, you
of man to man at my request. I studied under his guidance. I can assure you, people find out the problem, no matter how rare the disease.
Professor Van Helsing, I hope your journey is not very arduous. I would loathe to put you to trouble.
Nonsense, my dear young miss. You have done me a great service. Without an interesting case, I find myself in boredom, and an idle mind can do its bear much harm. Though, looking upon you, you seem in much better spirits than I was led to believe.
Arthur is so protective. Tiny Smith will become scarlet fever. Professor, is any disease ever causes sufferer to sleep?
Miss Lucy, have you walked in your sleep?
Well, yes, but I had the habit in childhood. That possibly have to do with this.
Then, I have a diagnosis. Anxiety over your upcoming nuptials has triggered your native somnambulistic tendencies. The stress has caused psychosomatic symptoms. This cause is entirely mental.
We've had this, is why you want to say this. You think you're mad.
Calm yourself, young man. What can he possibly know about young ladies? He has his lunatics to play with, and has no wife, no daughter, and the young, they do not tell themselves to the young, but to the old, who have known so many sorrows and the causes of them. So we will tell him to smoke a cigarette in the garden. And you and I, Mrs. We will have a little talk ourselves, shall we? We at Chapel.
Ah, Jack! Any news? How is Lucy?
The blood work showed no functional cause nor any malady I know of. Professor Van Helsing is examining her now, though I must warn you, this cause may not be physical.
Don't be upset. Why, my Lucy is not some raving mad woman. Why, she's the sweetest, most normal girl you could imagine.
It is that very feminine sensitivity that places her at risk.
You spend so much time around madness, you see it everywhere.
Show me your medical credentials, and I will hand her care over to you.
She's my fiancée. I allow you to tend to her. Could forbid it. She's not mad, Jack. I cannot marry a mad woman. Find another course.
Have you had bad dreams or any other disturbances besides the sleepwalking?
I thought it unimportant, but sometimes in my dreams I feel like I'm being watched. If it helps, Professor, I've often found her trying to open the window in her sleep.
An unusual symptom.
What? What is wrong with me?
Don't you worry, we shall soon have you right as rain.
No, please tell me. Nobody will tell me anything. Who's whispering about me, but no one will tell.
Jack, come quickly! It is worse than we thought. She has need of blood to keep the heart pumping action as it should be. You, sir, you are the lover of our young miss, are you not? She has great need of you right now.
What can I do? Tell me and I shall do it.
She wants blood, and blood she must have or die. I propose we perform what we call a transfusion of blood to take from full veins to empty veins. Carries great risk, but a man of courage such as yourself shall not balk.
If he is already
Jack, you are blessed with enough please. And you, young man, please. the young lover has done all that he can. Go home, sleep much, eat much, that you may be recruited of what you have given your love. You have saved her life this time. Miss Murray, can you get him some brandy? Huh?
Thank God. And thank you for that.
I would have gladly opened my fame to her.
Better for her lover, to be sure. What make you of those marks on her throat?
I have not seen it. Two puncture wounds over the external jugular vein. No sign of disease, though the edges appear worn as if by trituration. Perhaps.
Go on!
I would have said, perhaps this was the means of that manifest loss of blood. But if that was so, the bed would be drenched scarlet. And it could not come from such a small wound.
Oh, we must return later. I have a theory as to what afflicts her. You must guard her tonight. See that no one disturbs her sleep. And remember that while she is in your charge, you must not let any harm come to her. For if you do, you shall not rest easy hereafter.
Lucy! Jonathan is safe! He's been ill and in hospital all this time, that's why he did not die. Thank God! The doctor says he was kind of wandering in a delirious state, that he has belongings or money and that he requires rest. I must get the train first thing tomorrow morning to fetch him. Unless you would rather I stayed, I would not wish to leave you whilst you're so ill. Nonsense! I'm perfectly well now. You must go rescue Jonathan. Think of yourself for once, not just of me. I'm so glad everybody's turning out for the best.
Good evening, Miss Lucy. I bring you strong medicines to help you sleep.
Professor, I believe you're putting a joke on me. Why, these flowers are only common garlic.
I never jest. There is grim purpose in everything I do. Make sure that you do not disturb it. And even if the room feel close to that, do not open the window or the door.
Professor, I know you always have your reasons, but this certainly puzzles me. It is as though you were working some spell to cast out an evil spirit.
Perhaps I am.
But would you like me to sit up with you tonight? Me not have kept you up with my wandering enough. You must go. Take the guest room and be properly rested for your journey tomorrow. Now, if you were sure, dream well, Lucy.
Remember, you must not sleep.
Good night.
You look lively, nice, research.
I believe I have a few fresh planks of blood in my veins to thank for it. Arthur proved himself my true knight. To give his very blood for me, it was very brave of him. You've been his friend for quite some time, haven't you?
Well, yes, we attended Oxford together.
Then perhaps you could tell me something about him. Any stories, funny anecdotes, anything?
I wouldn't want to trouble you, Miss Westerner.
The thing with Arthur is his words are sweet, but words are air. You know him better than I do. Call it nerves or women's intuition. Is there anything I should know?
I would be a poor friend to him if I were to say anything that would alter your opinion.
then there's something. If you do ever break the engagement, fear not. For if I did, the scrutiny would fall on me. What kind of a girl is Lord Arthur?
Don't overtax your brain with such worries, especially after today's ordeal. You should try to sleep.
That gives me more dread. Sleep is to me a oppressive horror.
What on earth do you mean by that?
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. All this weakness comes to me in sleep. It strangles me.
But tonight, I am here watching you, and I can assure you nothing will happen. And if I sense any evidence of bad dreams, I shall wake you at once.
And I can trust you.
I swear it.
Then I shall try to sleep.
It is hard to believe that sleep could be so haunted. Let's look at her now. Soft glowing skin, her eyes and tall at her chest. She seems at peace. Peace that I must not disturb. Still, consolation. Sickening as it is, as long as she is ill, I may sleep close.
The doctor took my book, but I find ways, trying to hold my thoughts and pin them to paper, but they flit away like moths, because he's in my head. I can feel him looking through my eyes, and sometimes I look through his.
What if I had your daughter too? Then perhaps I could persuade her to break the engagement. My proposal still stands. But there's a snag, for I have been confidant to his sins.
I see things different now. Lives all around me like little candles. Mine, a little guttering flame, so stifled.
Better to wear the mask with quiet discretion. Take her presence as a balm.
But every life I take, the blood, the life, it grows. Soon I will be an eater of not just insects or birds, I will be an eater of men, like Master. Oh, what novelty a master that gives, not just take, take, take.
My care is the best place for her. Better to keep Lucy from hurtful knowledge. Her innocence preserved.
No man will ever hurt me again.
But here, in the dark, the night stirs the imagination. Soft, supple skin, hair falling in shining ripples, and a burning kiss, forever in my mind, to lie beside her, to touch her.
I will be patient, bide my time.
No, my thoughts must not stray. I will dishonor her to think that way. I need to clear my head.
For the blood is the life.
Good morning, Jack. Oh, where's our youngest?
She slept soundly. No sign of painful dreams.
Miss Lucy. Mein Gott! All our work is undone!
Then we must do something. Another transfusion.
It is too late!
No! Give her my blood.
Do not be foolish, Jack. It's a danger.
I will gladly empty my veins to her.
Then, if you are resolute, then I cannot let you attempt this alone. Please. That is.
He took more from Arthur.
How is Lucy?
It is bad, very bad. She stands on the point of death. We wait now to see if we may pull her back.
He doesn't like to surprise.
Oh, she should not have woken so soon. Go, take her hand, give her comfort. That is all you may do for now. Not for your life, not for your loving soul, not for hers. What the devil do you mean?
Please, Papa, please, be at peace.
God, Lucy. I'm so sorry. It is all over.
Are you happy? She died in fear and pain because of your foolish meddling.
I did all I could, Arthur, please. I have toiled over the problem, let my other patients go without.
So you can be near her. Am I right? You killed her, Jack. You in that foreign quack! You had your pet theories, mental problems, exhaustion, but mental problems cannot cause this! You just wanted to have her.
Oh, I loved her! Yes! As much as more than you, I'd wager. I gave my time, my sleep, my blood.
Your blood?
Yes, my blood. For a brief moment, my blood ran in her veins too. So then, who loved her more?
Does it matter? She was mine.
Mr. Holwood, please, may I request we be allowed to perform an autopsy for the
Are you mad? You have done quite enough, you backward superstitious.
Please, I beg for you.
Leave! Both of you!
At least, there's peace for her at last.
Not so. Alas, it is just the beginning.
Professor, this is no time for hysterics.
Please do not think I am not sad because I laugh. I grieve my heart out for this sweet young girl. It is the grim irony of it all. So young, so fresh. The blood of two strong men in her veins, and the knowledge of another at her disposal. All for what? She is dead. If you could have looked into my very heart the moment the laugh arrived, you would perhaps pity me most of all.
Why?
Because I know.
Know what? Professor, what do you know?
will now be a short interval of around 15 minutes. We will start Act 2 in about 15 minutes. Thank you.